We've talked on the YouTube channel about Just Cause, guys, and this franchise as a whole and some of the things that we would love to see, changed and things that we want to come back in further installments of this franchise. Well, with that, guys, I wanted to talk about Just Cause 5 and the continuation here of this franchise and everything that we know so far about the game and some new details that have kind of arisen at this point that may put to question if Just Cause 5 is actually going to happen. So let's get into it. So guys, just some backstory. If you guys want to check out all of my Just Cause videos, you can check them out here on the YouTube channel. We've made a number of Just Cause videos, past, present, and of course the future, that being Just Cause 5. Well, guys, in an article that was written by Stephen Tailby of Push Square, Just Cause dev Avalanche Studios reveals new branding and teases a new game. Avalanche Studios, the studio behind the Just Cause series, has today announced a new branding identity for itself and two other teams. Avalanche Studios Group is the new name, which covers the aforementioned developer as well as Expansive Worlds, known for Hunter Called Wild and Generation Zero makers Systemic Reaction. The new collective name and branding marks the start of a new era for the company's CEO, Pim Hovey, says in a press conference. Although we have expanded to 3 creative divisions, our singular focus is to bring immersive open-world experiences to millions of players around the globe. Now look, guys, when I look at this, what concerns me about the future of Just Cause, because there's been a lot of rumblings, there's been a lot of talk that Just Cause 5 was in development already over at Avalanche. However, where the CEO states this marks the start of a new era, it almost tells me that they're moving on from the Just Cause franchise, which actually brings me a lot of concern. However, when they say they've expanded into 3 creative divisions, you would think that one of those creative divisions absolutely is working on Just Cause 5, because this is a franchise that's pretty well beloved. There's a lot of people who really enjoy it. And I think that they definitely would be smart to continue this franchise moving forward. They need to continue evolving it over time, adding more things that you can do within the game and more ways you can connect with Just Cause. But I think leaving it all together would be really a bad move for this company. To celebrate this corporate reshuffle, Systemic Reaction has provided a teaser trailer for an upcoming project, which we've embedded. At this point, it's probably safe to assume this will be a PlayStation 5 game. Going by the title we see in the video, it looks like it could be leaning into survival horror with this new title. With that, guys, obviously what this tells me is that, okay, the game that they're teasing is not Just Cause 5, okay? Obviously, Just Cause is not a survival horror, and if they decided to do that, I would, I think there would be a lot of people incredibly upset about that, and there's no way that they would even consider doing that with this franchise. Just Cause 5 is not the next thing, obviously, that's coming. However, we got to remember, guys, where they said that there's 3 creative divisions here, and so they're definitely working on most likely other things outside of this potential horror title that's coming out. And so with that, this could either be a really great thing for Avalanche Studios, obviously kind of rebranding and kind of beginning a new era here, which could just mean that it's a new era of Just Cause games as well, or it could mean that they're moving on from Just Cause, which I don't think is the case, guys, because when we look at Just Cause as a whole, there have certainly been a lot of these games that are have done very well from a marketing perspective, from a sales perspective, and a reception perspective. And so some of the games have, there's been peaks and valleys in this franchise like any franchise out there. There's been games that have been really good and then other ones that haven't been as great in the franchise. But all in all, there is still a very passionate fan base here that wants to see a continuation, and I think it would make sense for them to continue Just Cause in the future. If we look at the history of the Just Cause franchise at this point in time, guys, we can see that Just Cause, the first game came out in 2006, Just Cause 2 came out in 2010, and then 5 years later you had Just Cause 3, and then a few years later, Just Cause 4. So there's a little bit of some inconsistency there as far as the time between each game. However, we go based on this, we're currently in 2020, and obviously Avalanche Studios launching their, this new game that's coming out, pretty much this new era of their company. What I would assume is Just Cause 5 is probably at least a year or 2 away. It may even be further than that. If we go on to Just Cause 4's official Wikipedia page, we can look and see that Just Cause 4 received mixed or average reviews from critics. So Metacritic, guys, PC, PS4, and Xbox One, pretty much around the same, 68, about 65 to 70 out of 100 as far as the score. Pretty, I mean, it's above average, but it's not, it's not like incredible, but it wasn't terrible either. You look at IGN, their review was 7.9 out of 10, GameSpot was 6 out of 10. So, I mean, overall, pretty good. Now, the second thing you have to look at is the sales, though. The PlayStation 4 version of Just Cause 4 sold 16,100 copies within its first week on sale in Japan, which placed it at number 7 on the all-format video game sales chart. So, at number 7, that's not that great as far as the sales are concerned. I believe, guys, that Just Cause 5 really needs to expand upon a number of things that Just Cause 4 did right and a number of the things that it did wrong as well. It needs to really kind of move forward in certain areas. One of the big things, guys, with Just Cause, at least as of late, in my opinion, is that it's a single-player story, and that's pretty much all you get within this game. And I've stated that it needs to have multiplayer. It needs to have other ways in which you can connect with the franchise moving forward, because after you're done playing the story, a lot of times you'll just move on to other games. And so if you have multiplayer, though, it justifies that $60 price tag, and having like co-op modes and things of that nature will certainly bring people back to the game over and over again. This has a strong fan base, guys. There's no debate about it, and I love this franchise and I want to see it continue moving forward. But things like we were talking about earlier about Avalanche Studios going into a new era of their studio, that really concerns me, that they may very well just move on from Just Cause because Just Cause 4 maybe didn't sell as well as some of the other Just Cause games. We as a community need to come together and just give our opinion of what we believe needs to happen in order for Just Cause to really kind of continue growing as a franchise as a whole. I think that Just Cause 4 was actually a pretty fun game. I mean, I thought it was good. And I think that, it's one of those games that deserves to continue, deserves to coexist with other games out there. But it's up to us to make those things happen, guys. So at this point in time, the things that we know is that Avalanche Studios has rebranded, which could be good, which could be bad. They've got 3 creative divisions, which means that certainly one of them or a couple of them may very well be working on Just Cause 5. But there's been rumblings, there's been rumors, leaks, and all kinds of stuff coming out about Just Cause 5. I would say that we're probably at least a couple of years away from Just Cause 5 coming out, especially because of this new rebranding that's going on over at Avalanche. But with that, guys, I will be sure to give you guys more information as it comes out about Just Cause 5. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys want to see changed from Just Cause 4 to Just Cause 5? Let me know. And for more Just Cause 5 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.